Hello everyone and welcome back to another Watson Brothers Team Stats video. We are here for the last stats video of 2024, which is unbelievable to say. Next month, stay tuned. We will be covering our 2025 predictions along with what we had predicted for 2024, see how we did, see what our predictions were, and see what came true. And we'll also be covering those December 2024 stats then as well. But for now, let's cover November 2024. Ian.
November finished off exactly the same as September, October. Again, we got a great pattern going here. It is consistently average, we'll say. For example, units listed is up about 13%. The amount of units sold is down about 5%, and the sales volume is down about 6%. So that is relatively consistent with which we have seen over the last quarter, and there's no real changes there. There's a couple of bright spots, though, and the bright spots are in the townhouse market. It's down, but not down as much as housing. For example, single-family home inventory is up 15%. Apartments are up 18%. Meanwhile, their sales are down 8% and 12% respectively. So what does that mean? It means that we're starting to see more houses come on the market. There are less selling, so inventory is starting to build a little bit. And that will get seasonally adjusted as we move into December, because December, January are traditionally a little slower. And I think that's what Avery's going to talk about.
Absolutely. So like Ian said, traditionally a little bit slower at this time of year, but we're going to let you know why it is a great time for both sellers and buyers to list and buy. So for sellers, you're on the market. Most sellers that are there are motivated to sell. So you're at a price that's fair market value. You've got not a lot of competition because a lot of people aren't wanting to be on the market with Christmas time. Friends and family are staying over. So there isn't that much competition, which can be a great reason for someone to come in and purchase your home. For buyers, again, you don't have that much competition because a lot of people don't want to buy during this time of year. You have a lot of power. So you're able to get hopefully a deal. You might be able to get the dates that you want, et cetera, et cetera. So there's both sides of the coin have really great motivating factors as to why they should list in sort of this December first couple of weeks of January. So to go off of a little bit of a case study, if you will, a couple of weeks ago, we sat down with some sellers. We gave them a comparative market analysis, and they sat us down and said, what are you thinking about listing now or listing in the spring? What are our motivations, or what are the pros and cons for listing now versus then? So we said, like I just said, there is less competition for you as a seller on the market. So there's more buyers to come into your home because there is less. And then in the spring, there might be more competition. So we sat down, we gave them a price that we thought would be fair market value as to where the market is today. It was a little bit lower and a little bit off from what they had sort of thought, but not by too much. And we ended up generating 3 great offers. So they ended up going with one that was pretty close to the list price, a little bit under, but it was still a value that they deemed was great for their home. The buyers are getting a great home in a great neighborhood that they might not have been able to get in the new year and in the springtime because there would be more competition. So our seller wasn't fishing for a price that they thought they might get. They were listed at a price that we had thought was going to generate activity and sell in a reasonable manner, and it did. So a lot of, again, sellers aren't fishing at this time. So I think it's a really, really great time to sell and buy.
Yeah. And even moving through our predictions going into January, we could have not predicted what the government did to us in 2024. So it'll be very interesting when we look back on our predictions that it's going to be wild. We yet again have another interest rate cut, yes or no, maybe set for December 11th. They were kind of sitting about half a basis point, probably thinking about more closer to a quarter basis point due to the inflation numbers that just came out. And then, of course, our insured mortgages also go up on December 15th. And so that goes to 30-year amortization versus 25, and that is on all new home construction. It also includes condos. You always forget new home construction is not just houses. It's townhouses and condos as well involved in that one.
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of important things coming up in December. Until next time for our predictions video in January, give us a call at any time.
250
712
2222.